Good morning, everyone. നമ്മുടെ വായ്പോൺ ദുരിതത്തെ.
I won't, sir.
I
Good
won't.
morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Right. At the previous weeks, we discussed our decimal lesson, right, and how to multiply decimal number into the decimal numbers, right, and how to dividing, right, how to multiplying, everything about the decimal numbers, right. And today we are going to discuss our next lesson and write the topic and put the date. Today is 21st of June, 2025, and today we are going to discuss lesson number 16. Lesson number 16, ratios. Ratios. අපි ලස්සන දාගමු ටොපික් එක පුතේ හැමෝම. Ratios. Ratios. Okay, right. And I am going to revise something about the ratios, right? And tell me, anyone, how to read this ratio? Make comment කියවන්න. How to read? Make comment කියවන්න. මතක කාටද? In grade 7, we call as a 2 to 3. We call as a 2 to 3. අපි කියන දෙකට 3යි කියලා කියනනේ. දෙකට 3යි. 2 නේ. එහෙනම් 2 to 3, right? And this one, how to read this one?
4 to 6.
Yeah, 4 to 6, right? And as well as now I am going to discuss about the simplifications, right? Okay, now listen. And how to simplify, right? Simplifying ratios. First one, I am going to discuss 16 into 24, right? Now look at these two numbers. You have to learn about this in the grade 7 also, right? And the 16 and 24, both numbers you can divisible by the number kiyenda. 16 and 24. What is the greatest multiples? May then now simplify කරන්න පුළුවන් kiyenda. We can divide by the same number, using the same number, right? We can divide, yeah, using the 8, right? The some students say that, sir, we can simplify by 2. Yes, it's correct. But you have to simplify the HCF, we call as a highest common factor of these two numbers. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ මේ දෙන්නව divide කරන්න පුළුවන් ලොකුම number එක, right? The possible answer becomes as a greatest one, right? Now 16 and 24, 16 and 24, then 16 divided by 2, 8 is 2, and 24 divided by 8 is 3. Now you can simplify 2 to 3, right? Everyone understood?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, in the grade 7, right? Now another example is simplifying ratios. 22, 42, 50. There are three ratios now, right? 22, 42, 50. Right. Now both numbers we can divisible by the which number?
N.
Yes, well done, Nelila. Well done. Right. We can divide by the 10. Therefore, 20 divided by 10 is a 2, and 40 divided by 10 is a 4, and 50 divided by 10 is a 5. 2 to 4 to 5. And this is the simplest form in the ratios one. Right. And now we are going to discuss about the grade 8. Right. Now listen. Write the topic as a representing a ratio as a fraction. As a fraction. Representing a ratio as a fraction. As a fraction. Right. Now look at the board. There are three ratios. First one, 2 and 3. 2 to 3. Right? Now you can represent the fractions like this. Now look at this. This one is a 2. This one is a 3. How about the total portion? We call as there are two portions, there are three portions. Therefore, the sum of the whole portions becomes as a 5, right? 5. The sum of these two things, there is a 2, there is 3. Therefore, the total one is a 5. Therefore, we call as a 2 out of 5. Therefore, answer becomes the first one you can represent as a fraction 2 out of 5. නේද? හරි නේද? මෙයාට දෙකක් තියෙනවා, මෙයාට තුනක් තියෙනවා. Totally we call as a 5. Therefore 2 out of 5. Now tell me what is the answer representing value for this one? What is the answer?
3 over 5.
Yes, 3 over 5. 3 over 5. Now look at the second one. Now there are three ratios. 5 into 2 to 3. 5 to 2 to 3. Right. Now tell me what is the sum of these terms? කීයද උදේ?
10.
5.
10.
Well done. Well done. 5 plus 2, 7. And 7 plus 3 is a 10. Therefore, the first portion we called as a 5 out of 10. Understood? Yeah.
Yes.
And also you can simplify this one. And how to simplify? 5 over 2 using the equivalent fractions. What are the equivalent fractions? Yes. Therefore, you can write as a 5 becomes as a 5 times 1 and 5 times 2. Yes, 5 times 2. Got it? Yes. Now look at this one. Middle one. Tell me what is a representing fraction relevant to the middle one.
2 over 10.
Well done. 2 over 10. As well as you can simplify. 2 and 10. Both numbers you can divide by the 2. Therefore, 2 times 1 and 2 times 5. And this one also you can write as a 1 over 5. Now, last one. What is the answer?
3 over 10.
Well done. 3 over 10, but you cannot simplify anymore. Therefore, this is our simplified answer. And this is the last answer. Right. Now tell me, right? What is the answer for this one? And what is the answer for this one? Tell me the answer for this one. Hurry up.
4 over 8.
7.
4 over 7. The sum of the 4 and 3 is a 7. Therefore, 4 over 7. Right. Now, what is the next answer? What is the
Over
answer?
7.
Over 7.
Well done. 3 over 7. Now, I think now everyone understood this pattern. And හැමෝටම මේක තේරුණා. Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, right. Okay, note down these examples. Hurry up. Well done. Well done, Savin. Okay. Mark வருது
No, sir.
Okay. Right. Done. Now we are going to the next one, and now you know how to represent as a fractions now, and that's easy thing. Now I'm going to the next part. Right. Now look at this. Now, Imanka, can you read this one?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sudesh and Rahim shared some money.
Uh-huh.
Sudesh received rupees 450.
Right. So, Sudesh and Rahim, right? Look at this. Sudesh and Rahim, right? And they are shared some money, and Sudesh. Sudesh received 450 rupees, right? Okay, continue the reading. Imarka, you can read now.
While Rahim received 500 rupees.
500 rupees. Well done, right? Now listen. Now this is a scenario. And Sudesh received 450 rupees and Rahim received 500, 500 rupees. 500 rupees, right? Now, question number one. Write in the simplest form the ratio in which money was divided between them. Now, first one is very easy thing. Now look at the first question. First question, you can write as a ratios. Now listen, there are two things, right? 450 and 500 rupees. Now you know how to write Sudesh in the Rahim. You can find the answer 450 to 500 rupees. Understood? Yeah. But the question asks from us, write in the simplest form. Therefore, you know we can simplify this answer. How? Look at this. 0, 0, you can cut. Look at this 0 and this 0 you can cut. What is the meaning of the eliminating zeros? The meaning is dividing by 10, like that. 450 divided by 10 is 45 and 500 divided by 10 is 50. That is the meaning of the eliminate zeros, right? Now 45 and 50. Now look at this, 45 and 50, and these two numbers you can simplify by the 5 times. 5 times 9, 45. 5 times 10 is a 50. Now, I think this is the simplest form. Is that correct? Yes. And
Yes,
this
sir.
is the answer for the first question. Now, second question. Elena, can you read the Roman number 2?
Write the amounts Sudesh received as a fraction of the amount Rashim received. Express
Hmm.
them in its simplest form.
Whoa, write the amount Sudesh received as a fraction of the amount Rahim received. Rahim received. පුතේ දැන් මෙතනදී කියන්නේ අපිට ලස්සන කතාවක්. Write the amount Sudesh received. Sudesh. Ko Sudesh. Aha. Sudesh is a 450. Now we know as a fraction is a 9. And this is a 9 is a relevant thing about the Sudesh. And Sudesh, fraction of the amount Rahim received, and express this in its simplest form. Right. Now listen. Sudesh receives 450 like this. Therefore, 450 rupees out of 500. Because after ලියන්න කියන්නේ කොහොමද? රහිම්ට හම්බුනේ කොච්චරක්ද? ඒකෙන් සුදේෂ්ට කොච්චරක් හම්බුණාද? එයාට හම්බුණා වගේ මෙයාට කීයද? Therefore, you can write as a fraction with Rahim and Sudesh. Therefore, Rahim 500 and Sudesh 450. Now you can write as a simple form, and now you know the 450 you can simplify as a 9 as less a 500 you can write as a 10. Now 9 over 10, this is a simplest form. Everyone understood? Right? Now listen, අහගන්න හොඳට වැඩේ, right? Look at this question එක අහන්න පුතේ. Write the amount Sudesh received. සුදේෂ්ට හම්බුනේ කොච්චරක්ද? 450 rupees. As a fraction of the amount Rahim received. Rahimට හම්බුනේ කොච්චරක්ද? Therefore, you can write as a 450 is a Sudesh received and 500 rupees Rahim received. Now you can write as a fraction 500 and 450. 450 out of 500. Now you have to write as a simple form. And now you know 450 and 500 is simplified by 9 and 10. Because why? 450 divided by 10, 45, and 500 divided by 10 is 50. Now 45 and 50 you can divide by the 5. Again, you can simplify as a 9 over 10. එන පුතේ මේක අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන් 9 over 10 කියලා. Understood? Right. Now, third one. Right? Third one. අපි කියමු එක තිරෂ.
Fractions of the total amount did Rahim receive?
දැන් අහන්න ප්‍රශ්නේ මොකක්ද? What fraction of the total amount? Total amount did Rahim received? Did Rahim received? පුතේ දැන් අහන්න සම්පූර්ණ කොටසෙන්. Now you know how to write as a fraction. What fraction of the total amount did Rahim receive? Rahimට හම්බුනේ කොච්චරක්ද? සම්පූර්ණ මුදලින්. Right? Therefore, you know that Sudesh you can simplify as a 9, and this one you can write as a 10, and you know the simplified answer. Now tell me, what is a fraction relevant to the Rahim? Rahim te henang ennon fraction ne kiyada as a total one. And 9 and 10 total is a 19. Total is a 19. Now Rahim received 10 out of 19. Now understood? Yeah.
Yes,
And we did it. Right, okay. Now write this one as example number 1.
sir.
Yeah.
Fractions ලියන්නත් ඕනද?
Questions everything ඉඳ තියාගන්න. You can follow the as a recording, and you can write these questions, right? Don't waste the time to write the questions in the class, right? Now you can follow the record and write the answers, write the questions, right? Just only write the answers, right? This is example number 1. and you can follow these ones. Don't write the questions, okay? Questions we are not able to. Right. Now write the topic dividing in a ratio. Dividing in a ratio. Dividing in a ratio. Dividing in a ratio. Right. Now look at this example. A, B, and C are three people. A, B, and C. There are three people like A, B, C. To the next if 2000 rupees was divided among them in the ratio 2 to 3 to 5. Now listen. Now telling me 2000 rupees. What is the meaning of the 2000 rupees? And that is divided among them in the ratio 2 to 3 to 5. Right? So, 2000 කියලා කියන්නේ පුතේ මොකක්ද? Aට හම්බෙච්ච ගානද? Is it equals to the received as a A? No. Right? What is the meaning of that 2000? Total portion. Aha. That's a total portion is equals to the 2000. සම්පූර්ණම කොටස තමයි පුතේ 2000 කියලා කියන්නේ. Now listen, right? Now I'm going to teach that like very easy thing, right? Let us calculate. Now we are going to calculate how much each person received. Now I am going to find A received, how much money? B received, how much? And C, how much, right? Now listen. Now firstly, I am going to write as ratios. Now look at this. You can follow this step like this. There are three persons, A into B into C. Now, what is the relevant ratio about this? A into B into C? And question said 2 to 3 to 5. 2 to 3 to 5. Right. Now listen. And now you know how to use the fractions. Then now we fractions use problem. Now tell me what is the portion received as a as a fraction? As a fraction. How the can uttare?
2 over 10.
Well done. 2 over 10. 2 over 10. And what is the fraction relevant to the received as money to the B?
3 over 10.
Well done. 3 over 10. And what is the fraction relevant to the C one?
5
5
over
over 10.
5 over 10. Now listen. Now listen. Now listen. And now you know how to write as a fraction. Because 2 plus 3 plus 5 is a 10. Therefore, 2 out of 10 received to the A. And 3 out of 10 received to the B, and 5 out of 10 received to the C. You can simplify, but I'm not simplified in this case. Now listen the method. Now I'm going to find, right? Let us calculate how much each person received. Now, first thing, A received. මම දැන් හොයනවා Aට කොච්චරක් හම්බ වුණාද? A received equals, and now you know the total number of money. මේ තුන් දිනාටම හම්බෙච්ච සම්පූර්ණ මුදල we call as a 2000 rupees. Therefore, you can write 2 out of 10 කොච්චරකින්ද? Of 2000. Of 2000. Aha. Now you know how to use the fractions, this one. And of means multiplication. Now you can multiply 2 over 10 into the 2000. You can simplify how 0 and 0 you can eliminate. Now you can find the answer 2 multiplied by the 200. Now answer becomes 400 rupees. 400 rupees. හැමෝටම තේරුණාද පුතේ?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now tell me how to find the how much received to the B. Therefore, B received. Right. Tell me the method. What is the fraction related to B? 3 out of 10. Now 3 over 10 of 2000.
2000.
Well done. And 0 and 0 eliminate. Now 3 times 200. Now what is the answer?
600.
Well done. 600 rupees. 600 rupees. Now I'm going to find the answer for the C received. Right? Now listen. C. C received 5 out of 10 into the 2000. Now 0 and 0 and 5 times 200. Now this one is equal to the 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees. Sure. C තමයි වැඩිපුරම සල්ලි ටිකක් හම්බෙලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? Now look at the sum of these ones. මේ බලන්නකො මේ sum එක බලමු අපි. 400 plus 600 plus 1000. What is sum of these two things? It should be 1000 or 2000. 2000. හරිනේ මේගොල්ලෝ රුපියල් 2000ක් නේ බෙදාගත්තේ. Therefore the sum of these three things should be a 2000. The ළමයට ඕන නම් last one, right? Last one, you can find the answer like this. Listen, A received 400, B received 600. Therefore, total money received as A and B is a 400 plus 600 is a 1000. And you know, and we know, the total money is a 2000. Therefore, you can subtract 1000 from the 2000. Then answer for the C received as a 1000. එක තේරුණාද හැමෝටම? කැමති නම් එහෙම හොයන්නත් පුළුවන්. Right. Now, I think this method we call as using the fraction method, and this is a very easy thing. Now understood? Right.
Yes, sir.
Now write the answers, and this is a method number 1, right? This is a method number 1. Right. Now, ලස්සනට පුතේ මේක note down කරගමු හැමෝම. හරියා?
Sir, do we need to write the question?
Yes, you can write the questions now. මේක චූටි question එකක් නේ. අපි එක ලියමු.
Screen එක blur වෙලා පේන්නේ sir. Now okay sir.
Now okay. Now is it okay? Well done.
Okay sir.
Okay. Samini, දුවට තේරුණාද මේක?
Yes, sir.
Okay, දුව. Okay. Right. Now I think everyone done. Oh, it's still writing. Okay. Okay. Just write. Hurry up. ඉක්මන ලියමු පුතේ.
Done sir.
Okay. Right. Now I'm going to discuss about the second method. Right. Uh, and the second method is I called unitary method, right? And this is the method number 2. Now listen, method number 2, right? And we call as a unitary method. Unitary method. Now listen, unitary. එක තේරුම පුතේ එක්කෙනෙක් කීයද කියන එක. Right. Now listen. And we know the total number of money received as A to B to C, the total one is 2,000 rupees. Therefore, now tell me, what is the sum of the portions received to the A to B to C? මේ තුන් දෙනාට හම්බෙච්ච කොටස් ටිකේ එකතුව කීයද? How many portions as a total? And now you know. All
10.
done, well, yes, well done. Therefore, I call as a 10 units. 10 units equals to the 2,000 rupees, right? 10 units is equals to 2,000 rupees. Now I am going to, therefore, 1 unit. එකෙක් කීයද? එක්කෙනෙක් කීයද? මෙන්න. එකක් කීයද? We have to use as a 1 unit. Therefore, 1 unit, how to find the 1 unit? 10 units equals 2,000. Therefore, how to find the 1 unit? 2,000 divided into the 10. Now you know 0, 0 eliminated. Now 1 unit is equals to the 200 rupees. Everyone, හැමෝටම මේක තේරුණාද පුතේ?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
sir.
And now next part is very easy thing. And now you know A received how many portions? How many units? A ට කොච්චරක් හම්බුණාද? 2 units. B ට 3 units. C 5 units. Now A received, and now you know 1 unit is equals to the 200. Therefore, 200 you need to multiply by the 2. Then answer becomes 400 rupees. Now A received 400 rupees. B received the 1 unit is equal to 200. You need to multiply by the 3. Now answer becomes 600 rupees. Now last one, B received 5 portions, 5 units, 200 multiplied by 5. Now C received 1000 rupees. Is that easy? Everyone, හැමෝම ඔලුවට දාගත්තා මේක සවිරි තියනවාලා?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Hurry up. අපි ඉක්මනට පුතේ method number 2 කියලා මේක ලියාගමු. Hurry up. ඉවරලා thumbs up එකක් දෙමු පුතේ. Teresa, hurry up. ඉක්මන් ලියමු. Okay, Malka done, Elena done, Savini done. Okay, now write the next topic. Now this was very important. Now I go to next topic. Dividing the profit when different amounts are invested for the same period of time. Right? Different investments, but same time. Same time. Okay. Now this is example number 1, right? Now listen. Sadun and Shashika started a business at the beginning of the certain year by investing 30,000 and 40,000 respectively. Right? What's the meaning of that? Sadun and Shashika started a business, right, at the beginning of a certain year, as well as investing amounts are 30,000 and Shashika invest 40,000. Right? Now listen. Sadun and Shashika. Yeah, Sadun. Now listen. Sandun, and you know the ratio about the Shashika. Shashika. Right. There are two major things, Sandun and Shashika. Now listen, 30,000 and 40,000 respectively. Listen, 30,000 and 40,000. 40,000. Right? 30,000 and 40,000. At the end of the year, අවුරුද්ද the profit from the business was 28,000. The profit was 28,000 at the end of the year. Now, according to the ratio in which they invested money, right? Now, let us consider how to calculate the share of the profit received by each them. Now, we are going to find the profit, right? Sandhu received how much profit, and the Shashika received how much profit. Now, you know, at the end of the year, total profit. At the end of the year, total profit, sampurnama labaya, at the end of the year is equals to the 28,000 rupees. 28,000 rupees. 28,000 rupees. Now, this is a total profit, right? මේක තමයි පුතේ අවුරුද්ද අවසානයේ ලැබුණු මුළු ලාභය. දැන් මේකනේ බෙදා ගන්න ඕනේ. Now we have to divide into the two portions, right? Sadun and Shashika. Now they invested at the same period. දෙන්නම එකම වෙලාවේ සල්ලි දාන්න. Same period, but Sadun deposit invest 30,000 and Shashika invested 40,000. මට කියන්නේ as a common sense, right? කාටද වැඩිපුරම ප්‍රොෆිට් එකක් යන්න ඕන? Who
Shika.
received the
Shashika.
yeah, well done. Yeah, right? Because why? එයා තමයි වැඩිපුර සල්ලි දෙන්නේ business එකනේ. සාධාරණයි, right? සාධාරණයි, right? Now listen. 40,000. Now I am going to find the ratio between them. Now, and we discuss about how to simplify the ratios. And now you know how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means you can simplify by the 10,000. And you know 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 10,000 times 3, 30,000. 10 times 10,000 times 4 is a 40,000. Now, this is a simplest ratio between Sandun and Shashika. ඒ කියන්නේ සඳුන්ට හම්බුනේ 3ක් නම් ශශිකට 4ක් හම්බ වෙනවා. Right? Now understood? And this is a ratio relevant to this question. And I'm make a tamai ratio. Now I am going to divide, right, into this ratio. And we already discussed how to find the use in the fractions or use in the unitary method. And I already teach you, right, two methods. Methods දෙකක් ඉගෙනනවා, right? මොකද methods දෙක? Unitary method and fraction method. Right? As a unitary method is put and 4 and 3, the sum of these portion is 7 units. Therefore, you can write as a unitary method, 7 units should be equal to the 28,000 rupees. 28,000 rupees. 28,000 rupees. Therefore, the symbol denoted as a mean maths. Therefore, 1 unit. එකෙක්නෙක්ව හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. 1 unit is equal to the 28,000 divided by 7. And now you know 7, 14, 21, 28. Therefore, 7 times 4 is a 28. Now, 1 unit is equal to the 4,000 rupees. And this one is a very important thing. And this is a value for a 1 unit. එක unit එකකට කීයද කියලා තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ. Now, tell me, Sandun received. Sandun received. Sandunට හම්බෙනවා එහෙනම් කොච්චරක්ද? 1 unit is a 4,000. Therefore, he received 3 units. Then you can multiply 4,000 multiplied by 3. Then answer becomes 12,000 rupees. 12,000 rupees. Got it? හැමෝම තේරුණාද ඒක?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And
sir.
right. Now tell me how to find the profit received to Shashika.
4,000 multiplied by 4.
Yes, 4,000 multiplied by 4 because she received 4 portions, 4 units. Therefore, 4 times 4, 16 and put 3 zeros. Now 16,000 rupees. Look at the sum of this profit. 12,000 and 16,000 should be a 28,000 because the total profit they received at the end of the year is a 28,000. Now I am used unitary method, but you can use also fraction method. Any method you can use, right? Now everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well done. Right, note down. Don't write the example, right? Just skip some spaces, right? Then only answers, right? Don't waste the time, right? Time is very important, and you can write as in homeworks, right? Okay, Samini, well done. Okay. Now, look at the next topic. Now we are going to discuss, right? And the first one is different amounts but same period. Now, in this case, dividing the profit when different amounts and are invested for the different periods of time. Then put a investment amount also different and investing time period, right? So duration of the investment, right, is also different. Now write the topic. Hurry up. අපි ඉක්ම topic එක ලියාගමු පුතේ. Dividing the profit when different amounts are invested for different periods of time. Period එකත් වෙනස් දැන්. කලින් එක එහෙම නෙමෙයි සඳෝන and Shashika invested at the beginning of the year. අවුරුද්ද පටන් ගන්න. same එකම වෙලාවේ තමයි සල්ලි දාලා බිස්නස් එකට ඒගොල්ලෝ පටන් ගන්න. Right. Now look at this one. Kumudu started a business on January 1st of a certain year by investing 20,000. Right? Kumudu. And this is the first one. Kumudu. Many no Kumudu. Kumudu. Right. Kumudu. Okay. And next one. And she invested 20,000. මෙයා දාන්න පුතේ 20,000. 20,000 rupees. And joined the business. And Sumudu joined the business by invested 30,000. ඔන්න ඉන්න ඊට පස්සේ කුමුදුට පස්සේ සුමුදු. Kumudu Sumudu. Right. And Sumudu invested 30,000. 30,000. 30,000. But අපිට කියනවා 2 months later මාස දෙකකට පසු. Right? දැන් මම ටයිම් එක ගැන තාම කතා කරේ නැහැ. Beginning of the year පටන් ගද්දිම මෙයා දැම්මා මාස දෙකකට පස්සේ. Right? After 2 months. And at the end of the year, the profit from the business was 36,000. Now look at this. Therefore, total profit at the end of the year, 36,000. 36,000 rupees. Now this is a total profit. මෙන්න තියෙනවා total profit. Okay. Right. Now listen. Then make it පුතේ. Don't think as investment amounts only. Because they are different time. පුතේ time period එකත් වෙනස් නේ. මෙයා සල්ලි දාන්නේ මාස දෙකකට පස්සේනේ. නේද? එහෙනම් amounts එක විතරක් බලලා profit බෙදුවොත් අසාධාරණයි. It's not fair, right? It's unfair. Therefore, I'm going to refer the time duration. එහෙනම් මේකේ බලනවා මම time duration එකත් මොනවා කරනවද? අදාළ කරගෙන. Right, now listen. At the end of the year, therefore, 1 year have how many months? In 1 year?
12.
12.
12.
Therefore, Kumudu invested her money by 12 months. මාස 12ක් තිස්සේ එයා ඉන්වෙස්ට් කරා. නේද? But Sumudu after 2 months එයා මාස දෙකක් පරක් වෙලා ආවේ. Right? And the business. Sumudu joined for the business by investing 30 rupees, but 2 months later එහෙනම් මෙයා තුමුණේ පුතේ මෙයාට වඩා මාස දෙකක් අඩු වෙන්න ඕන. Therefore, this one should be how many months? 10 months. 10 months. Now understood? Right? In this case, different investments, duration is also different. Right? There are different time duration, time period. Therefore, we have to mention as a time period. And Kumudu, beginning of the year, therefore 12 months. And Sumudu, after 2 months, therefore she invested their money as 30,000 by 10 months. By 10 months. හැමෝටම මේක තේරෙනවද පුතේ? Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well done. Well done. Right. Now listen. Now you can simplify. Now look at the left hand side and the right hand side. You can simplify. Look at the zeros. Oh, I like zeros. Kela? Oh, api kapala dam. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Nearby. Now, what is the answer? 12 times 2 is equal to the 24. And this one is a 30 times 1. It should be a 30. Now, again, we are looking for simplifications. Now tell me, 24 and 30, you can divide by the which number? Both are dividing?
3.
3. Tell me the another number. Greatest one, more than 3. තුනට වඩා ලොකු එකක් කියමු බලන්න.
6.
Yes, 6. 6 times 4 and 6 times 5. Now, this is the simplified answer. Aha. මෙන්න තියෙනවා පුතේ අපිට ඕනම කරන කෙනා. And this is a simplified ratio between Kumudu and Sumudu. Aha. Kumudu and Sumudu. Now listen. Now I am going to discuss how to divide into this ratio. Now you know how to use this ratio. හැමෝටම මතකද පුතේ profit එක හදන විදිය දැන්? මෙතනින් එහාට පුළුවන්.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Now, right? Can you find the answer, everyone?
Okay.
How much received Kumudu and how much resells the profit to the Sumudu? අපි ලස්සනට හදමු. Any method, right? And this is a relevant ratio. Now you have a ratio. Now you can calculate the profit. හරිය. අපි ලස්සනට ගමු උත්තරේ. Okay, well done, Yanara. Good. Right. Now I'm going to use the fraction method. Like kali mama unitary method they use karan. Now I choose the fraction method to solve this question. Right. Now, kumudu, 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 kumudu. Look at this. What is a fraction related to the kumudu? And you know, 5 and 4 is a 9, and the 4 out of 9. 4 out of 9. As well as a sumudu, 5 over 9. And these are the relevant fractions to the kumudu and sumudu. Kumudu and sumudu. Now I'm going to calculate. Kumudu, 4 over 9 of 36,000. And now you know 9 times 1, 9 times 4,000. Now 4 times 4 is a 16. Therefore put the 3 zeros and answer is a 16,000 rupees. Well done. Okay. Hemage mutara hari. Niyamai. And you know, sumudu. Mama kiwwa onna කැමතිම දෙයක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. සුමුදුගේ එක හදන්න පුළුවන් කොහොමද? Find the difference between them. එහෙම හදන්නත් පුළුවන් කිව්වා. 36,000 minus 16,000. Then answer is 20,000. Oh, so easy. You have to think like a mathematician. Haha. Right? Metas bang kuya dunna hitana vidhi. Right? Now you can find answer like this. මෙහෙම හදන්නත් පුළුවන්. Right? Without fractions, without ratios, you can find the answer like this. එහෙනම් හැමෝටම තේරුණා? Yeah, right. හරි. බලමු. තනියම try එකක් දෙන්න පුතේ මේකට. මේ තියෙන පුතේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ exercise number question එකක්. Therefore we need to mention the exercise number also. Right? 16.2 question number 2. 16.2, right? Write the exercise number. Exercise 16.2 and the question number 2. Exercise 16.2, question number 2. Try it. අපි හැමෝම try කරමු. Answers දාන්න පුතේ ඊට පස්සේ හැමෝම. Put the answers into chat, right? Well done, Ivanka. Okay, Anara. Yes. Yeah, it should be a 1-to-1 nearby. 1-to-1 means it should be a same profit, I think. Well done. Okay, Savini, good. And Elena, done. Okay, right. Now we are going to discuss, right? Look at this. Kanti invests 10,000, started dress making business on January 1st of a certain year. As well as 2 months later, Nalini joined for the business by investing 12,000. 2 months later. Now Kanti and Nalini. Kanti and Nalini. Look at this. Kanti and Nalini. Nalini. Now, 10,000 investment and 12 months. 12,000 investment, but 2 months later, that means 10 months. Now look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it's a 12 into 12, and you know 1 into 1 because 12 into 12 means 1 into 1. In a සමානව තමයි පුතේ profit එක කියන්නේ හරිම ලේසි. Calculate the ratio with which profit should be divided between them at the end of the year. Therefore, answer is 1 into 1. Second one, if the profit in the year is 25,000, find the amount received by each of them. Now you can divide into two portions. Harima lesi. Therefore, Kanti and Nalini both are same. Hari? 1 over 2. Because the fraction relevant to Kanti and Nalini is a 1 over 2. The sum of this is a 2. Therefore, 1 over 2, 1 over 2. Half. Haritam bage bage tamai yanne. Therefore, half of 25,000. And now you know 25,000 divided by 2 is 12,500. $10 පන්සීය. හරිද? එහෙනම් නාලනීටත් මේකම තමයි. right මේකම තමයි. well done. හැමෝම නියමයි යා. super. right. now write the topic answer. write the topic answer. now we are going to continue. Okay. We are going to the next topic. And next topic is a continued ratio. Continued. ratio. Continued ratio. Right. Now listen. This is example number 1. Right. A fruit drink is made by the mixing pineapple juice. Pineapple juice. Right. Water and mango juice. Whoa. Water and mango juice. In this fruit drink, the ratio of pineapple juice to water. Pineapple juice to water. Now look at this. Pineapple juice, we call as a pineapple. Napili puti. Pineapple and pineapple juice to water. Yeah. Pineapple juice to water is a 1 into 3. 1 into 3. Right? And what's the next one? And the ratio of the water to mango. Water to mango. Water to mango juice. Water to mango is a 3 into 2. 3 into 2. 2 not a deka. 3 into 2. Now, find the ratio of the pineapple juice to water to mango. දැන් අපෙන් අහනවා උත්තරයක් කොහොමද අහන්නේ ප්‍රශ්නේ? මෙන්න මෙහෙම. Pineapple to water to mango. Aha. මෙන්න අහනවා ratio එක. Pineapple to water to mango. Mango. දැන් තමයි අහන්නේ. Right? Now I'm going to discuss the method. Now there are 2 scenarios. The first one, pineapple to water. Second one, water to mango. Right. This is a method. There are 2 scenarios. Now tell me which one is the common ratios. Right? We call as a common thing. මට කියන්න පුතේ මේ scenarios දෙකේ මේ දෙකට common වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? Mango? No, there is only mango here. Pineapple? There is only pineapple here. But water related to this ratio as well as related to this ratio. Therefore, water is a common thing in these 2 scenarios. Now understood? හැමෝටම තේරෙනවද පුතේ? මේ කතන්දර දෙකේ දෙන්නටම පොදුවේ කියවන දේ. And this is a common thing is a water. Now I am choose as a water as a middle one. මම water කියන කෙනාව දා ගන්නවා කොහෙටද? Middle එකට. Because the water is a common thing. මේ දෙන්න common. ඒ දෙන්නගම කියවෙන දේ water නිසා මම water දානවා මැදට. Now listen. This is a method. Therefore, what is also middle in the ratios? Pineapple, water, and mango. Now listen. Now I'm going to discuss. මම ලියන්නේ කොහොමද එන ratio එක පුතේ? Pineapple, water, and mango. Now listen. This is a method. Right. Pineapple to water. Pineapple to water is a 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to write as a 1 into 3. As well as a water to mango. Water to mango 3 to 2. Now I'm going to write some water. It should be a 3. And mango, it should be a 2. Right. And this is a scenario. Now, everyone, හැමෝටම මේක ලියා ගන්න විදිහ තේරුණාද පුතේ? You need to write as a middle one as a common thing. Scenarios දෙකක පුතේ දෙන්නගෙම කියවන දේ. Common thing, you need to write as a middle one. Therefore, pineapple to water, first scenario, water to mango, second scenario, Therefore, water is a common thing. Now I am going to write there's a middle one as a water. Now pineapple to water 1 into 3, water to mango you can write as a down thing 3 to 2. Now understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now I'm going to the method. Now I'm going to find the ratio between the pineapple to water to mango. We know pineapple to water and we know water to mango. But now we are going to find the ratio between these three things. Tunaka ratio එකක් හොයන්න යන්නේ. Now I am going to the method zigzag. And now you know the zigzag. මොකද zigzag කියන්නේ පුතේ? අර zigzag machine එකෙන් මහන්න මෙහෙම. ටයින් 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 ටයින්. දැකලා තියෙනවනේ? Like a zigzag, right? Now this method I call as a zigzag. මම මේකට කියන method එක zigzag කියලා. ඔන්න බලන්න වැඩි, right? First one, I'm going to here to here. මෙතන ඉඳලා මෙතනට යනවා. Now second, I'm going to zigzag, like zigzag. මම යන්නේ up. මෙහෙම ගියා zigzag. Now I'm going to use again this side. Like a zigzag. දැක්කා zigzag ගියපු විදිය? Yes, zigzag, right? Now look at this. Now tell me 1 and 3. Now you can multiply 1 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 times 3 is 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is a 3. Now second ratio becomes as a 3 into 3. Zigzag. 1 times 3, 3. Now 3 into 3. 3 into 3. Now it should be a 9. 9. Now second one is a 3 into 3. Now last one. 1 times 3, 3. 3 times 3, 9. Now next one, 3 into 2. අපි මේ දෙන්නව තමයි multiply කරන්නේ. 6 and ගියේ පුතේ. 1 times 3, 3 times 3, 3 times 2. Now answer is 3 times 2. Then answer is 6. Now this is a final result. This is a final result as a ratio between 3 into 9 into 6. හැබැයි මෙතන තව පොඩි දෙයක් පේනවා. මොකක්ද පේන්නේ? Sir, we can simplify. Yes, you are correct, right? We can simplify. How? How to simplify? 3, 9, 6 both are multiples of 3. Therefore, 3 times 1, 3 times 3, and 3 times 2. And this is the final result. 1 into 3 into 2. Pineapple to water to mango. This is the answer. 1 into 3 into 2. Right? 1 into 3 into 2. ඒ කියන්නේ පුතේ අපි හිතමු මේක mixed fruit juice එකක් හදනවා කියලා. Pineapple දානවා mango දානවා. බොන්න ඉතින් මොනවා වෙයිද දන්නේ නැහැ. අර බලමු. අර මොකද වෙන්නේ? Right leaks, right? Pineapple 1 liter, right? 1 liter. Water 3 liters. Mango 2 liters. දාලා mix කරනවා. Like that. ඒ වගේ තමයි යන්නේ, right? Now listen again. මම ආපහු කියන්නම්. We have two scenarios, කතන්දර දෙකක් කියලා. Two scenarios. First one, pineapple to water. Second one, water to mango. We have to think about the common thing. The common thing is the water. Therefore, I am going to write water as a middle one. Water ලියන්න පුතේ මැද්දෙන් දාලා මේ. Water එක මැදට දාගත්තා. දෙපැත්තට දාගත්තා pineapple and mango. Now, pineapple to water is a 1 into 3. And water into mango is a 3 into 2. Now I'm going to find the ratio between these three things. The method is a zigzag. මෙහෙම ගියා, මම ගියා, මෙහෙම ගියා. Zigzag, right? 1 times 3, 3. 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 2, 6. 3 into 9 into 6. But there's a simplifications about the ratios. 3 times 1, 3 times 3, 3 times 2. And this is a ratio between the pineapple to water to mango. Now, I think everyone understood. Everyone තේරුණාද වැඩි? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yanara understood, Savini? Kamada?
Yes.
Okay, right. Okay. Hurry up. Note down. And this is a example.
So do we need to write the question?
No. Keep the spaces to write the question, then only answer, right? You can write in the at your home. ගෙදරදී ලස්සන ලියාගන්න, right? Now this is second question. And you can write this question. Make question ka liyaage na. Then find the answer. You have to follow this method. Then find the answer, right? Hurry up. This is a concrete mixture details. The ratios to gravel to sand and the sand to cement, right? Gal valley cement තියෙනවා. අපි බලමු වැඩි. Hurry up. ලස්සනට ගමු බාන්න උත්තරේ හැමෝම.
Sir, your screen is blurry.
Blurry, right? Wait.
Now okay, sir.
Now okay. Yeah. Elena, done. Okay. Savini, Savini done. Okay. Anita done uttara. In a concrete mission, the ratio of gravels to sand 5 to 3. Right? And the GS කියලා. G to S is 5 to 3. This is the first scenario. And the second one is a sand to cement, S to C. Sand and cement. Sand and cement. 2 to 1. Now tell me, what is the common one? මේ දෙන්නගේ common එක මොකක්ද පුතේ? Sand. The sand is a common one. Look at this. And sand is here. And sand is also here. Oh, wow. And this one we call as a common one. මේ තමයි common එක නේ. Now you can as a sand as a middle one. මම දානවා පුතේ sand කොහෙටද? Middle එකට. Right. මෙන්න තියෙනවා sand. And this one should be a cement. The first one, yes, gravel. Now I'm going to write the ratios. This one into this one into this one. Now ratio is a 5 to 3, 2 to 1. 5 to 3 and 2 to 1. And now you know how to simplify. Then method we call as a zigzag method. Haha. 5 times 2 and 2 times 3 and 3 times 1. And this is a method. Now 5 times 2 is a 10. 2 times 3 is a 6. And 3 times 1 is a 3. We cannot simplify anymore. Because why? These three numbers we cannot simplify. 10 and 6 and 3. මේ තුනම divide වෙන number එකක් නැහැ නේ පුතේ. Now substitute stick as a 5. So 10 and 6 we can simplify. No, wrong. Because why? Because 3 is not simplified. Therefore, answer is 10 into 6 into 3. Niyamai Savini uttare hari. And Elena, well done. And the Imalka, Savi, api Inara, duwa පුතා කොහොමද හැමෝටම එක තේරුණාද?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now, then try එකක් දෙන්න බලන්න මේකට බලමු කවුද හදන්නේ කියලා. Right. Right. Question එක ලියමු පුතේ. This is the exercise number. Don't write the question, write the exercise number. Right? අපි exercise එකට අදාළව number එක ලියාගමු. Right. The exercise number is 16.3, 16.3, and question number 4. Sorry, question number 3. 16.3, question number 3. 16.3, question number 3. Question number 3. Just find the answer. බලමු කවුද කිව්ව දේවල් හොඳට මතක තියන් ඉන්න ළමයා කියලා බලන්න. right? Now, Elena, answer දාලා තියෙනවා. Right. Now we are going to discuss. Look at this. In a certain farm, there are cattle, goats, and hens. Cattle, goats, and hens. Right? Then බලමු වැඩි. The ratio of cattle to goats. Now listen. Cattle to goats. Cattle to goats. The ratio is 4 to 3. Sorry. The ratio is cattle to, yeah, 4 to 3. Now, second scenario, what is second scenario? The ratio is cattle to hens. Hens is 2 to 7. 2 to 7. Now tell me, what is the common thing? Imalka, what is the common thing? Cattle, goats, or hens?
Cattle.
Yes, cattle, right? Therefore, cattle is a common thing. Now you need to write as a middle thing. මෙයා මම දාන්නේ පුතේ කොහෙද දෙනා? Middle එකට තමයි දාන්න ඕනේ. මේ බලන්න වැඩි, right? Now I'm going to write as a cattle. hens. And first one I'm going to write as a goats. Right. These are the three things now. Now very careful that parasang vendor, right? Listen. Cattle to goats. Or cattle කියන්නේ පුතේ 4, right? මාරු කරන්න බෑ. Cattle is a 4. It should be a 4 here. Cattle 4 and God should be a 3. මෙයා තමයි 3 වෙන්නේ. Got it? හැමෝම තේරුම් ගත්තද ඒක? Yes. Cattle should be a 4 and goats is a 3. Now, cattle is a 2. You can write as here 2 and hens 7. Now we can use our zigzag method. Haha. Now, 3 times 2 is a 6. 2 times 4 is a 8. And 4 times 7, 28. Now listen, you can simplify this one. 6 and 8 and 28. Both are, you can divide it by the 2. Therefore, 2 times 3, 2 times 4, and 2 times 14. This is the last answer. This is the last answer. හැමෝටම තේරුණාද මේක? Right? Savini, Elena, Yanara, කොහොමද පුතේ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Elena, තේරුණාද?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. හරි. අපි වැඩ ටික හදාගමු හැමෝම. Right? Note down. And the last one said, if there are 105 animals of these 3 tribes in the farm, find the separately the number of cattle, goats and hens in the farm. ඒක වන්ට හදන්න පුළුවන්. The 105 is the total animals. 105. Right? 105. 105. Right? As a homeworks, හදලා තියන්න මම next week පන්තිය පටන් ගද්දි මම මේක discuss කරලා කතා කරන්න. ඒ නිසා හැමෝම හදලා තියන්න ඕනේ. Right? Right. Now, write as a homeworks. අපි ලියගමු homework set එක පුතේ. 16.1 and 16.2 and 16.3. 16.1 to 3. Try කරන්න බලන්න හැම එකම ප්‍රශ්න තිබ්බොත් අනිවාර්යෙන් message එකක් දාලා අහන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට මම මේක discuss කරනවා. Hardest questions you can put into message to WhatsApp, right? Through WhatsApp. Then I'm going to discuss in our live class, right? Okay. There, හැමෝටම එහෙනම්. God bless you. And අපි හැමෝම අපේ paper class එකෙන් Monday. හැමෝටම bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bless you, sir. Goodbye, sir.
Okay, goodbye.